Hi guys, welcome back to the Sports. I'm here with man like Maki. This is the second time he's appearing on our podcast. Maki, welcome back.
Thank you, Akaman. Nice to be here.
Yes, we're new is AC Milan jersey, But Maki, with AC Milan, we start with AC Milan. Obviously, we don't cover European leagues that much. We're basically more focused on the Premier League. But you can tell us more about your team, Milan. So we'll start with your team, Milan.
Well, that's gonna be. I think this will be sort of a joyous moment for me because this is like my one and only team. I'm kind of like how Paul Scholes is for United or Maldini is for Milan. I'm a one man team. I've been supporting AC Milan since I can remember. But if I try to date it back based on the first game, I remember seeing them play. It would
Yeah,
go down to uh, I think 90, 96, 97. That's
yeah.
when I would date it back. Yeah, that's when I would date it back. I can't for sure say which game it is, but I can't remember whether I saw the highlights or I saw the live game. But I have an
Yeah.
image of that game between AC Milan and Barcelona, that Champions League finals when we humiliated Barcelona, who were the favorites, 4-0. Yeah, but I can't say whether I saw the game live or I saw the sort of the highlights later on. Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, it's been my childhood team. Um, I've supported them throughout my life, and we've had our ups and downs. There was a time we were dominating Italy, dominating Europe. There were recent years. Probably you guys will remember that we had major problems. We nearly
Yeah.
went bankrupt, lost one of our best players. I mean, lost all of our best players for that matter, like Ibrahimovic, Thiago Silva, Kaká.
Mm.
The list goes on. The list goes on. But right now, I'm loving what I'm seeing. To be honest, I'm loving what I'm seeing
I
because we
remember
went back.
I think in England with the only team that beat you was San Siro, 2007 Champions League, and anybody scored. Remember
No,
that?
no, we've lost. Yeah, yeah, I remember that game. I remember that game. No. There was a Champions League that we took you out, Arsenal. Ibrahimovic scored the winning.
Oh
We
yeah,
beat you. I think. Yeah, we beat you. I think 3-0 in Milan, and then you
yeah, yeah.
won 2-0 in England.
Yeah, the second
Yeah,
leg, was I couldn't believe how comes we didn't end up knocking you guys out. Because
yeah,
at
yeah,
home we had so many chances to score, so many could have been like
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You remember that game? Yeah, yeah. I remember that game. But there was
uh,
also a Champions League that Arsenal took us out as well.
yeah,
There
that's
was
one
one
thing
that
that
Arsenal took us out. Yeah.
2007.
Yeah, yeah, probably that's the one. Yeah, because I remember
No, no,
Fabregas was playing. I think he scored the last Arsenal goal in it, if I can
yeah, no,
remember.
Adebayo was 1-0 to
I
Arsenal
was.
in Milan. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I
So
remember. I remember that game. Yeah, I remember that game. So yeah,
yeah,
we
so
had our downs. We had our downs, but during the thing is, we didn't try for a quick fix. We went back to the drawing board, struggled whilst we were building. I think we had about 2, 3 years without playing Europe at all. Yeah, 2, 3 years without playing in Europe at all, and then we got back into the Europa League.
thank you, Bruno.
Then yeah,
Oh,
and then after the Europa League, we got to the Champions League, and just last year we got to the Champions League semi-finals. Just last season, Champions League semi-finals. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I never thought I would see Milan get into that stage this early. You know, Even season before last, we won the Serie A again with the youngest team. We had the youngest squad in the whole of Europe, top five leagues, a couple of years ago when we won the Serie A. And then we had the best away record throughout the top five European leagues. The best away record and the youngest squad. So I think that shows how that shows the strategy we use to get back to where we were. And then in my opinion, we even overachieved because we didn't have the finance. We had a problem with FIFA. We can't spend more than our income. And obviously in Italy, stadiums are not filled week in, week out. I mean, now that is changing. The gate tickets are not as high as what they charge in England, for example, and then the TV revenues are not as big as what the British teams get. So with all that struggle, we managed to, you know, start from the drawing board and try to get the team back up. And right now, I can say, we're better than certain teams. I'm not going to mention names as of now, but now, right
Yeah.
now, we're in a better position of certain teams who have spent billions,
Mm.
who
Do you
have
think
spent billions in a couple of years.
you guys made a mistake of selling this guy Tonali to Newcastle?
Tonali,
Yeah.
it was a business move, to be honest with you. I didn't like it personally as a fan, but when I read a few of the comments and when I thought about it from the perspective of the team, it made sense. It made sense because of
Mm.
right now with Tonali going, I've seen my team play 5 games. We're not weaker. We are not
Mm.
weaker as a team. In fact, we are stronger as a team. Yeah, I can say right now we're stronger as a team because we didn't have this good of a start last season. Right now we're on the same points with Inter, 15-15. Inter ahead of us in first
Mm.
position because of head to head. Because in Italy there's no goal difference. Italy is head to head.
Mm.
Head to head first, then you might probably go to goal difference. Or I think they even have a playoff, something like that. They're trying to introduce a playoff for that. But Italy is head to head anyway. So I
Mm.
wouldn't say it's a mistake. I wouldn't say selling Tonali was a mistake.
Fair. I think a week before the Champions League, you lost to your derby to Inter Milan. Was it 5-0?
Yes, Inter Milan, they are our nemesis right now. We just can't seem to get the whole of. I mean, I would really put that on the manager because we haven't beaten Inter Milan in past 5 games. They either beat us, even in the Champions League semi-final, they took us out. They took us out in the Champions League. Um, Inzaghi comes against AC Milan with the same formation, same strategy. They let us have the ball. Once we get into their half, they press. When they get the ball, they have a quick counter because they play 3-5-2. We play 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. So they always have an extra man on the wings getting into the box, and that's the same way they play us. All these past 5 games that they've beaten us, it's the same way that they've done it, and they still beat us 4-5. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Inter Milan lost to they lost to Sassuolo yesterday. After humiliating AC Milan 5-2, they lost to Sassuolo yesterday. Sassuolo was sitting on 12 or 13. Now they've got up to 9.
Yeah.
So it's just funny how Inter Milan just seem to get the better of us just by the tactics that they use against us.
Yeah. I'm looking at this weekend. You guys go Lazio, innit? Lazio at home.
Yep. We've got Lazio. We've got Lazio. Lazio, we slightly on top of them when it comes to head to head because I think last season we beat them once and I can't remember the other leg what the score was, but I remember we have beaten them once last season. So I'm quite confident with that game. Lazio, they're not the same as Lazio 3-4 seasons ago. They're not the
Yeah.
same yet.
Yeah. So moving on. So what is your expectation this season with Milan?
My expectation with Milan is to win the Serie A and to get to the Champions League semi-finals again, minimum. These are my minimum expectations. I've never had such high expectations for us since back in the Kaka days. But right now, based on what I've seen, based on the signings we've made, based on how I've seen the team play these first 5, 6 games, I'm quite confident that we should be able to win Serie A and finish get to the semi-finals of the Champions League at least. But that is if we get out from the group of death. Remember, we have the strongest group in the Champions League
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your Champions League next game is what? Is it
It's,
away to Paris?
it's
No, away to
sorry,
Dortmund.
away to yeah, away to Dortmund exactly. Yeah, next week
And
we are away to
Newcastle
Dortmund.
will play PSG at home.
PSG. Yeah. We should have taken 3 points from Newcastle.
But you
You
should
know
have
that
beat
was
it.
the yeah yeah
There are so
yeah.
many.
We should have played. Yeah, we had so many chances. I mean, I didn't watch the game to be honest, but I was going through the live score data and everything, and from what I was seeing, Newcastle was a bit negative. We were
Yeah,
more on the front foot, yeah, and then that's why I said we should have won that game. We really should
yeah.
have.
We should have.
We really should have
Rafael
won
Leão
that.
have scored.
Yeah, I saw that when he tried to backheel the ball. I'm like, what are you doing, man? What
Mm-hmm.
are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
yeah, that's how it is.
I don't follow the Italian league as much. I normally follow like the derbies, like Juventus, Inter Milan. I follow Juventus, Napoli. I watch Milan derbies. I watch. I don't really watch most of your games. But because of now you're on the podcast now, I'll try and follow most of your games now, just to so like we can have like a point of view. We can talk about Milan a bit every podcast.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, the Italian league is not the same as it was before.
mm,
Obviously, the Premier League have done a very good job on their marketing. They've put the Premier League where it is, and then they managed to hire the best players um, in the world, which I think they're gonna get the same taste of their medicine. Saudi's gonna do that to them, do exactly that to them. Saudi's gonna push most of these good players from the Premier League and offer them more money. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I try to watch as many games in Italian league as
all
possible, but
about
you know,
mm,
I watch a lot of Premier League as well.
yeah. I can see from what I heard, they told me you've been a Chelsea fan before, so I'm sure
I
you're
mean,
watching
as I
really good.
yeah, as I explained, it was through the Italian connection. That was when Rijkaard was there. He brought in, I think he got Di Matteo, Zola, um, Viali. That's what made me to be supporting Chelsea because of the Italian connection there. And when that changed, I still support them, but I'm not too keen on them like I am with AC Milan.
Mm, fair play.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have to be honest. I have to be honest. Yeah.
yeah, moving on. I don't know if you had the news about Barcelona.
Yeah, I just read the headlines, but I didn't read into it. When it comes to these football news, I usually try to give it a day or two, let it settle in, get the facts.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, but I just saw the headlines.
Yeah, from what we
But I'm
understand,
not
they say
surprised as well. Yeah, I'm not surprised as well. Yeah.
yeah, from what we understand, they say like if they find them guilty, they're gonna be kicked out of the Champions League.
Wow,
Big blow.
that's serious. That's really serious. See, this is again why I liked how AC Milan got through our problems. The strategy we used to deal with a problem. If a team is facing a problem, you have to accept it and just
Mm-hmm.
go down to wherever you need to go to and then
Yeah,
try to build back up. But if you
yeah,
want a quick fix, it's not going to happen. Barcelona are
mm,
looking for a quick fix.
yeah,
Barcelona are the same Barcelona as when Messi was there, or 3, 4,
mm,
5 years ago, or even 6, 7 years ago. So you have to accept it. Real Madrid are ahead of you right now. Just accept it,
yeah, they
and
are.
then build your way back up. Same thing that's happening to Man United. Man United don't want to accept that they're not Man United anymore. The Man United people knew
And
before.
that's facts. They don't want. They will never
Exactly.
admit. They will never
Exactly.
admit that.
This is the problem, and this is what I try to explain to them, to have a dialogue with the fans. I'm like, let's be honest.
Mm,
This is not the same United as before. And then you cannot have a quick fix. You cannot be changing managers left, right, and center, buying players who are worth maybe 15, 20 million, buy them for 18 million, and thinking that is going to solve your problem. It's not going to happen. You can't throw money at the problem. You
no,
just can't. You just can't. You
hundred
have to you have to suffer. You have to suffer and have a proper strategy that you're gonna move forward with. You know.
100%, 100%. Yeah. So
Hello. I mean, I can't hear you, bro.
sorry, isn't it connection in it? Can you hear
Yeah,
me
I can
now?
hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying we're gonna move on with our weekend predictions. I know like you mentioned, you're a Milan fan, but you can
Mhm.
do the prediction. You love Chelsea in it, so we're gonna do our weekend prediction as usual. So
No
we'll
problem.
start with Brighton versus Villa. I don't know what you make of it. Villa playing at home. So Brighton basically going away to Villa. Who do you think is gonna win this game?
United are playing Villa, right?
No, no, Brighton.
Or Brighton Villa. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
a tough one. I mean, I'm also on fantasy football, so I'm on top
Oh,
of these fixtures.
is it? Oh, nice one.
Yeah, I am. Brighton Villa is gonna be a tricky one. It's gonna be a
Mm,
tricky one. My head says Brighton win, but you
mm,
never know um what
yeah,
um
Villa.
what Villa can come up with here. But my head says Brighton win.
Mm. Yeah, I'm thinking this year. I think Brighton will. Sorry, excuse me. Villa won at Chelsea, but I don't know. Brighton is very difficult nowadays. They're always gonna win. They have the players and all this. You know, I'll go
Exactly.
with 2-1 Brighton to win.
And they have a top manager. That's the key for
Yes,
Brighton. They don't
good man.
Brighton don't you can't compare Man United players with Brighton players on paper even. But the manager makes a difference.
Mm,
Or even Chelsea players. I mean maybe you can compare Man United players because they're not all
mm.
that anyway. But Chelsea players on paper with Brighton players, come on. Chelsea's
Yeah,
team is worth how much?
yeah.
Brighton team is worth how much? But see the manager makes a big difference. The manager
Yeah,
is a top manager, man. Top
it
manager.
is. It is a top manager, to be honest. Yeah, we move it 3 o'clock kickoff is Arsenal away to Bournemouth. How do you
Yeah,
see
that
this game going?
I think that will be a banker for Arsenal. I
Mm,
think that should be a banker for them, yeah.
mm.
Unless
What do you,
Bournemouth come up with any surprises as they did last season. I think
yeah.
who did
Was
they
this?
surprise last season? Was it Liverpool or I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, even they give Arsenal tough game. Arsenal end up winning that game at the end. There's 3-2 last minute.
Probably that was the game I'm talking about, yeah. But it should be a banker for Arsenal to be honest.
Yeah, what's your prediction for this one?
Arsenal.
What's the
It
score?
should be an easy win for Arsenal. I'm
What?
thinking 2-0. 2-0.
2-0. Okay.
Arsenal,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll go for 3-0 as well. Yeah, we'll move on to Everton versus Luton.
Yeah, that one, I think I'm thinking more of a close game. I'm thinking
Yeah,
more of a 2-1 to Everton.
2-1 to Everton.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of a 2-1 to Everton.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I'll go for. I think Everton will beat Luton. I know Luton are not good, but I think Everton will beat Luton. I'm gonna go for
Yeah,
at home.
because
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is Luton, they they might see a chance for Everton. And Everton, in my opinion, Everton are better when they play a team that has more of the ball.
Mm.
But when they play Luton are not gonna have more of the ball. Everton instead they're gonna be having more of the ball.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
might be more vulnerable in that sense.
Yeah.
Because you remember when Everton beat Arsenal, Arsenal was having more of the ball.
Mm. True.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll go for Everton win 2-1 at home. And then
yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
one,
I'm going for 2-1 as well. Yeah,
2-1. Okay. The next one is guys, United versus Crystal Palace at home at OT.
that one is going to be tricky. But as much as I'm always on their necks, I think I'm going for a United win this time around.
Yeah, we expect them to win. If they don't win,
Yeah, I think I'm going for a 3-1 United win.
yeah, I'll go for because of the playing at home. I could have, if this was a Palace, I'll give it to a draw or even Palace win. But because it's
Mhm.
Old Trafford, they always have enough to win. So I'll go for a tie 2-1. I think Palace will score. And then the
Yeah,
next
I'm
one
going
is
for 3-1.
3-1.
3-1
Okay.
United.
Okay. The next one is Newcastle versus Burnley. Who's that Newcastle?
Um, I've only seen Burnley play once, but I was quite impressed with their possession, the way they try
Mm,
to play football. They always try to play from the back, and they try to have a sort of control of the game.
mm.
But Newcastle is just getting into
But they
they're
don't
just
score.
getting into their stride right now. Yeah, they don't score a lot of goals, but they just yeah, Burnley don't score.
Burnley,
Yeah,
Burnley.
you're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. But things change. Things change.
Mm,
Newcastle are just getting into their stride. They're scoring goals left, right, and center. They've just taken City out of the Carabao Cup. They've
Yeah,
just
this is
beat
what it is.
Sheffield United 8-0 last weekend. It's gonna be sure. Obviously,
Uh,
again, my head is telling me 3-0 Newcastle, but I'm thinking there might be an element of surprise in that game.
for me, I don't think. I think Newcastle win this comfortable. I think they will score at least another 3 or 4 goals at home. At home, if
Yeah,
it's away, one maybe.
I would say 3-0 Newcastle, but I would
Mm.
also say don't be surprised if Burnley come up with something.
Yeah, it's
Don't be
football anyway.
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll go for Newcastle to win 2-0. Yeah, next one, West Ham versus Sheffield. West Ham is playing at home to Sheffield United.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go for West Ham that one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sheffield are gonna come in for a fight, but I think this game is gonna determine how Sheffield United season is gonna go. Because if
Mm.
they happen to get a point out of this game, it can change their season. It can rejuvenate their season totally. But
Mm.
if they get hammered, that's it
Mm.
for them.
Yeah.
That's it for them. Yeah.
They consider 8 goals last game. So yeah, I'm sure the manager
Exactly.
will do something about their defense. If not, it's gonna be another. I think
Yeah.
they'll go down anyway. They will go down. So for
Yeah, they
me,
will they will go down, but this game will determine to me how they're gonna go down, or if they might even have a chance of surviving. If they get a point, don't be surprised if they survive, because that this is gonna boost their confidence big time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Fox,
I'm
go
going
on.
for a 2-0 win, West Ham.
We need to West Ham, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for 2-0 to West Ham as well. Fox, what you saying? West Ham versus
What?
Sheffield.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
West Ham versus Sheffield United.
yeah. Inside London Stadium, inside West Ham.
Yeah, that's just straight 1-0 one for West Ham.
1-0 to West Ham. Okay, I'll start
Yeah.
with Wolf. Man City away to Wolf. Our ends, downs our ends.
Wo-
Um, I'm going. Okay, sorry, it's just facts here.
No,
Sorry.
no, no, Mark, you go on. You know you like Pep.
I'm going. No, no. I'm going for a 4-0 win for City.
Yeah,
Wow.
4-0.
we're gonna slaughter these people. Man. Fox, what did you say?
I'm gonna change it 2-1 to Wolf because I remember some years ago they surprised
That's true.
they suck Man City very seriously and then they beat them, So I'm still
But
gonna because watching at Man City's game with the Carabao side, I mean, not
That's true.
interesting. Don't
I
tell me
did.
that's not their squad, but Alvarez was just bullshit, man. So I'll go for Wolverhampton 2-1.
We won the 2-1. Ooh.
I
That's
thought about that. But the way that I'm seeing Wolves play this season so far, they've been very poor defensively. So that's why.
yes.
And then Man City rested most of their players from the
Yes.
Carabao Cup. Foden is gonna be back. Haaland is gonna be back. So it's
Only
gonna
two
be a
people
tough
are
one
gonna
for
be
them.
back. Two people, Haaland and Foden.
Grealish hadn't fallen. Grealish,
Really,
um, yeah,
on back.
Grealish is gonna be back. And then the back four, most of the back four, Diaz didn't play. Diaz didn't play. Thingy didn't play. Walker didn't play.
And
Walker's gonna
Rodri.
be back.
Where were you, Rodri?
Rodri is suspended, I think.
Okay.
Suspended.
Yeah, for that
Yeah, I
silly
think he
thing he
got three
did. Yeah.
games. Yeah. So I've,
Yeah.
I've named 5 players so far that are gonna be back.
Marky,
Let's see.
Marky, you know this Carabao Cup, yeah?
Yeah.
Only United players, United manager take them. They take this Carabao Cup serious. They play their full 11. They're the only team that
Sorry.
play their 11. Man United.
Yeah.
They're the only team that played full 11 this Carabao Cup. The
No,
rest of
no,
the
no, 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 no.
But fact, I'm gonna defend you for that. He
yeah,
needed to win that game.
Exactly.
End
yeah,
up, he needed to win that game. But Jose Mourinho has done this before. Jose Mourinho used to play his starting 11 in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup, in the Premier League, in
That's
the
it.
Champions League, in the Europa League.
He don't
So
joke. He don't joke.
exactly, you don't joke about it. And
He don't
United
take
needed to
chances.
win this game. Yeah,
Our
United
reserve
needed to
bench,
win this game.
our reserve bench
Yeah,
is not healthy. So all we have
exactly,
is that's all we can bring.
exactly. This is
Yeah,
why I'm going for a United win against Crystal Palace. Because
exactly.
I'm
No,
thinking
but
this has
but
brought
yeah.
some little bit of confidence
this
in
is
them.
why this is why when some people said United squad is better than Arsenal, it's not. Arsenal can make changes and still win matches. United can make changes because if they make changes, they're going to lose.
But you were lucky to even win, so you don't have nothing to say. Just relax
Always,
yourself, boy. And play. You are
always
lucky
okay.
to win. You were lucky to win. You played all your prominent players, and you still couldn't
Oh,
do anything. Now you are here
oh,
talking.
no, of course.
Why you?
But Alka,
Huh?
let me. Do you think Arsenal now can make changes and perform at the highest level still? I think
Never.
last
No,
season, in my opinion, I think Arsenal were lucky not to have 2 or 3 injuries. We only had that
we
one
did.
major injury, which is Jesus.
No, we did. Yeah, we have party as well. Party missed so many games as well last year. Not as much, but
Partey always misses games. Partey
yeah,
always. Let me give you an example.
It's
What
old.
if Saka and Odegaard got injured?
yeah. Second order.
That would be problematic. Saka and
Yeah,
Odegaard.
but we can say that to any team in the Premier League.
You think so?
Yeah, even Man U with a rush for last year, where would they finish? They'll finish 10. So anyway, let's move on. So for me, I'm gonna go for 2-0 Man City. I think Man City will win this game comfortably.
Yeah, I'm going for 4-0 Man City.
4-0 Man. Okay. And then the other one is Nottingham Forest to Brentford. Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. So Brentford is going away to Forest. What do you make of that game?
I am going for my head is telling me a 2-2 draw, but I'm also thinking Nottingham Forest win 2-1.
Yeah, for me,
I'm with you for 2-1, Nottingham Forest, because I can see the way they play. Brentford is
Yeah.
good, but Nottingham Forest, if they pin you down and then condemn to your system, they will definitely beat you. They are smart players.
yeah, no, it's not even Brentford is good. So Brentford they're not in form. They lost 2 games now. They lost to Everton and they lost to Arsenal. So they're not in form right now. It's the best time to play them. You know,
They,
so
they no no they lost to Arsenal by just like that.
it doesn't
They
matter.
played that game. They played that game far better than you. They created more chances.
I'm
They
really
cre-
I'm really
yeah,
sorry.
Wait, wait.
I have to
Yeah,
go and come back here.
yeah, you got
okay.
it. Fox,
They
Arsenal is
created more chances than
just
you.
know Arsenal changes. You expect that to happen. Arsenal make changes. So if you make so many player changes, they're not gonna perform. You know what I mean? Some players they haven't had match games and all this, so it's gonna take time for them to. First half we played well, but second half they played well.
Yes, I'm not disputing that. What I'm trying to tell Manchester United Arsenal thing. So Arsenal, your squad is just shit. That's all I could say.
What do you mean? Boy, you just saying that as a United fan, you just bitter man. Anyway,
Not as United fan, but as a football fan.
yeah. Anyway, I agree with you guys. Forest will win 2-1 for me.
Yeah.
And then the next one is Fulham versus Chelsea. Monday Night Football.
Fulham versus Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea
I go for,
Fulham.
I go for Chelsea 3-1.
Huh?
Chelsea 3-1.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a draw. I don't think Chelsea is convincing me right now that they can go away and win.
My friend, it's not fair. Chelsea, okay. Chelsea are good,
No. They have to convince me that they are good away at home. Like, for me, I'm going for 2-2 draw. You know.
Okay.
And then we talked about the other games. You were not here at the time, so I'm gonna run through that with you again. You know, Villa versus Brighton inside Villa Park.
Inside Villa Park, I don't think Villa will allow a defeat in a row or at this time. So they will pick it up from their mistakes, and then they will do their level best to hammer.
They beat Chelsea last week, Villa. So they're not.
Yeah, but with the Carabao they mess it. So it's about them paying the fans the chances that they missed, because that time too they played, but they couldn't take their chances. So I'm going for Villa for 2-1.
2-1 to Villa. The next one is Arsenal versus Bournemouth.
Arsenal versus Bournemouth. I'm going for Arsenal winning between Bournemouth 3-1.
Yeah, I said similar thing. I said three name. You know, and then we move to Luton versus Everton. Luton, this Luton team here is a joke, man.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going for
Inside
3-1. 3-1.
3-1 home.
They will have a penalty, and then Luton will have a penalty and score the one, or they will, but Everton is going to beat them 3-1.
That's what I said. I said 3-1 as well. I said
Yeah,
Luton 3. Yeah, and then your game, Palace versus Man U at Old Trafford.
that's another 3-1 defeat. I will say
Mm.
for Manchester United. Yeah,
Yeah, I predicted it. I said 2-1 to United.
yeah,
And
3-1
then
to United.
Newcastle Burnley inside Newcastle.
Newcastle is going to win 2-1.
Newcastle gonna win 2-1. And then West Ham Sheffield.
Pardon?
West Ham versus Sheffield United.
West Ham, Sheffield. Sheffield, to go. Yeah, 2-1 to West Ham.
2-1 to West Ham. Now the big game that I want to talk about, that's why I left this one late, is the 5:30 kickoff, Tottenham versus Liverpool. How do you see this game going? And who's gonna come on top?
Well, this game is going to be like similar. I will rate it as a derby game because Tottenham are getting confidence. At the same time, Liverpool are getting confidence. They've run unbeaten. This one tried to also run unbeaten. So they're trying to do their best to pay for the wastage that they had. So I will definitely, it's a tight one. But I will give it to Tottenham
Do you
in a
think
sense.
Tottenham will play the same system that they did to
Yeah,
Liverpool again?
that's what I'm expecting. Because if they play that system, I will still bring the game at 3-2 to
Yeah. Because
Tottenham.
one thing about Liverpool facts here, Liverpool, although it's taking time for them to get, but I think Liverpool, their front three, they got so many attacking players and they are deadly.
They
They're
can
kind of
score. They can
they can.
score.
I think
That's why.
the game against Arsenal, although
Yeah.
yes, we can say okay, maybe Tottenham played well, they deserved a draw. But if Arsenal took their chances, that game could have been a different game. Arsenal could have been like 2-0 up. And with 2-0 up, there's right, Tottenham have to change their style of football, come out and play more. So I think yes, they can sit here and say, okay, Tottenham played well at the Emirates, they had a draw and all, but Arsenal didn't take their chance. Yes, they might miss few chances as well, but the chances that Jesus have, that's a deadly chance. You cannot miss chances like that. So I think they give chances like that to Liverpool. Liverpool will bear that chances. They will. And then it's going to take them time to come back. But I'm interested to see this manager if he's going to keep the same style of football. Because usually what happened with Tottenham here, they have a new manager, everything starts well. They had with, how to call it, this guy, Mourinho. And Mourinho went unbeaten to a certain amount of games. And when they play better sides, they start dropping dropping points. Same thing happened to Conte. Conte came and they getting hype. Oh, we're back. We're going to challenge, we're going to make tough for this. You know, as soon as they start playing the better teams, they start losing. The manager will come out and start blaming the owners, saying the owner, Daniel Levy is not backing him, all this, he need players, So that's why I said last week on the stream, I said, for me, I'm not going to get carried away with Tottenham. I need to wait until January to see if Tottenham is going to maintain. Yes, it's easy to play this style of football when teams don't understand. Right now, teams don't understand how Tottenham, this manager set up. You understand? But later in this season, with the more season this season is going on here, this managers, folks remember, all these managers, they are tactical. You just sit down and study. Even this Madison guy, they said, I've seen online comparing Madison and Odegaard, I'll come into that anyway. We'll talk about that. But for me, the manager, I need to wait until January to see if this manager is capable of playing. By January, they will play City. They play Liverpool this Saturday. By January, they will play City, they will play Newcastle, they will play Brighton. So I will see how to cope with those games. So if they come good with those games and they're still maintaining their performance and all this year, then I'll be like, you know what? It looks like this Tottenham team, they're back. But right now, I cannot say they're back. It's just 6 games into the season. The season is long. It's a very long season. And with Tottenham, they don't have a squad. If they got Madison, if Madison is injured, they have problem. Yeah. If this guy is injured, Basuma, they have Basuma proved it. He's not. He doesn't stay fit. He doesn't stay fit all season. Madison doesn't stay fit all season. So for me, they're looking good, yes, right now. But another test. This is a big test for them at home to Liverpool. How can they cope this team of Liverpool, this Liverpool team coming? Because remember, Liverpool also, they're not going to go there and sit back. They're going to go there and play. Club is going to go there and play style of football. A club will want to win this game because he cannot afford to be like points behind Arsenal or points behind Man City because they're saying that they're going to challenge this year. So I'm looking forward to see how.
I got it. The only trouble that Tottenham presented on their game versus Arsenal, their backline, style of play was not too good, and I couldn't see any reason why Arsenal did not take advantage of that. Because Tottenham, if you look at the game versus Arsenal, they play more balls at the back and wait for their flanks to open, and then they make a through pass or they make pam and then put the ball forward. But a lot of mistakes happen at the back. And then
what
happened? Those mistakes keep happening at the back.
Yeah.
And Arsenal still did not capitalize.
You know what happened, Fox there? In the first half here, Arsenal were the better team. First half, Tottenham, they hardly even go to the Arsenal box. What they've been doing is they've been playing the box around their area. They couldn't go through midfield. They couldn't go through wide. So we closed them down everywhere in the first half, in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, but second half, what happened? We lost Rice. So when Rice was there, Rice was like tackling, charging, and all it. But as soon as Rice came up and you bring Jorginho, that's where the drop of east. After the second half, they took over the midfield. But I believe
Madison destroyed your team. That's the bottom line. Anyway, to cut the long story short, from my own perspective of prediction,
if we have Partey that game, example, I know people will say if we have Partey that game, Partey and Rice, there's no way that Basuma would dominate that midfield. No way. Anyway, move on.
Okay.
Go on.
My verdict between this game is their style of play is difficult to understand these days. Yeah. That's why I am predicting them to beat Liverpool 3-2. That's all.
Yeah, pretty beat Liverpool. So Fox, where do you think Tottenham needs to do to beat Liverpool? Where do you think they should exploit and all?
They should exploit Liverpool's back, because now I can see a lot of confusion at the back of Liverpool side. Their communication is not effective as it used to be. Van Dijk used to be a scientist behind reading all games, but now I could see Van Dijk easily get lost in terms of games. And then Konate also is not focused a lot. I don't know what is wrong with them. So if you get Strong and Madison and the others try to pressure the back very seriously, they will beat Liverpool seriously, quicker. That's what I think, because Liverpool, judging from their midfield, come down to their back, it's not as impressive as it used to be.
Yeah. I did mention this to Palms last week. I said to him, I think this Liverpool team here, defensively, they're suspect. He said to me, no, but they're defending, they're scoring more goals. Yes, they're scoring more goals, but their defense is not good.
No.
Also, like you mentioned, Liverpool also, they give teams chances. They do give teams chances. So many chances. So many chances. So there are certain teams, if you give them chances, they will exploit that chances. So for me, I think this is both teams, will be happy with a draw. I think it's a tough game for both teams, but it's gonna be interesting to see how, it stand out. But I'm looking forward. I want to be like, 4 points ahead of United come January, and then I'll win my bet.
Manchester United is untouchable. You don't touch Manchester United.
Yeah, we did mention about the situation of Barcelona. I'm sure you read it somewhere.
No, I haven't read about Barcelona.
Or you haven't read about Barcelona?
No.
Okay, basically what they said, they've been doing I think match fixing and that. They've been paying referees and that and certain matches So they find them. They haven't find them guilty, but they're doing like investigation, I think. So if they find them guilty, they're gonna be knocked out in the Champions League.
Wow, that's a serious allegation.
I did put it in the group. You haven't seen it.
No, I haven't read it. I haven't read
Okay,
it.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on with the situation. I think
Okay.
if they knock them out, it's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah, but that's very serious. That's very serious. That's a big crime against the rules of football.
Mm.
Big crime, big crime.
They're
That
knock
you
them out,
cannot,
and they're gonna charge them a lot of money.
yeah, you cannot afford to do that in the serious football.
What do you make of Victor Osimhen?
Regarding his performance, or
There's a video that they put on like Napoli put a
no?
video on.
Yeah, I read that, and then I
Mr.
saw.
Penalty. Mm.
Huh?
They missed the penalty, so they put the video on TikTok. Napoli Football Club.
Yeah, but that's the problem between me and some fans and some other administrators. Racism, they're trying to abuse the man racially, which is not nice. It happened here in England even, it's disgusting when Saka and Rashford and other people lost, missed a penalty kick during the Euro. They started calling them names. The three blacks lost, monkey, everything. And then when they score, they will never say anything like that. Victor Osimhen used to score for them, and then they used to cheer him up, dance with him, celebrate, rejoice with him. But just missing a penalty, it is not fair to him. If I were him, I would find a very good and I will go elsewhere.
His lawyer is working on it. They're saying basically his next move is going to be the Premier League.
Yeah, so it's better for him. He's one of the most powerful striker in the whole world right now.
No, right now he
very
is.
Very determined, very, very, very objective, man. So
there's rumors that Arsenal want him, man.
No, he will rather come to United than Arsenal, man. Don't be silly. You cannot have everyone Arsenal. Relax.
No, we need a striker. So you know what? Personally, I don't see how.
Maintain your Gabriel Jesus is better.
No. We got Jesus, but we still need a proper finisher, right?
Well, anyway, you are broke. You are a broke team. So let's see what is going to happen.
I don't think it will happen. If that happens, I'll be very surprised. If you need to get Osimhen, yeah, you're looking at nearly 200 million.
Yeah, 200 million pounds is not cheap for you. You people are very broke.
Nowadays, you guys are broker than us. So,
no. Check the statistics. So, Mikey, welcome. He was talking about getting Victor Osimhen of Napoli. Arsenal is very broke to buy that player.
I mean, yeah, I'm hearing more of Chelsea. Wanted him.
Yeah.
I doubt. I really don't think he'll leave though, because Napoli have just made a statement apologizing and all of those things. I don't think he was gonna. If he didn't play yesterday, then I would say he's gonna leave. But he played yesterday and he scored.
And he scored.
He was not happy.
And then when he scored, what did the fans say? These people are very silly,
Exactly. But Napoli tried to explain it. They said that the social media platform is a way of them sort of doing things at a light note. They sort of make jokes because this wasn't the first one. They even made fun of their own trophy, comparing it to I forgot. They compared their trophy to something very silly. So this is not the first time they've done things like this on the social media platform.
Why do they always do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just to have fun because that's how they see the purpose of social media. Because imagine they haven't won Serie A for 33 years. They just won it and they were making fun of it. Yeah. They were comparing the trophy to something very silly. I can't remember. So that tells you this is not the first thing. Probably us Africans as well. We take things personally,
Mm.
but obviously it was insensitive for him as well. So
Mm.
you have to respect the player. You can't do that to your best player, your asset. Yeah.
No,
Definitely. If I were him, I will just move out, man. Why?
it's it's
They will damage. They will damage him internally because that sent a message to him. I don't know how he might feel on that particular time, or how is he feeling, when he faced the crowd and when he didn't score, or even if there's another opportunity of taking a penalty, you know, how is he going to react to that? Just look
There
at what
was
they did
another
to.
penalty. There was
Yeah.
another penalty. He didn't take it in the game. He didn't
Mhm.
take the penalty. Someone else took it, but he scored.
You see that? So you see, so this is what I'm trying to say, because those silly mockeries
but
and
but that,
silly,
that that that
chants.
might be the manager's choice. That might,
mm,
because usually when a player misses the penalty, they always pass it on to someone else. Usually,
Well,
not all the time.
mm, that's
But
true.
yeah, you're
but
you're right. Facts. You're right. That these things
uh,
are possible, but it depends. I mean, if he sits down and talks to them on a one-on-one basis, he would know himself. Him and his agent. They would know where Napoli really sits on this. And as I said, this is not something new. Napoli have been doing these kind of jokes on their social media for time now.
and then nothing
Yeah.
happens. No, if their football association did not say anything, so it will continue because that's how they are groomed. That's how they are branded. Sometimes they might not even take it seriously, but in the light of the reality that we're living in, it's something serious. Because these are some of the things that we allowed to call it a joke, a joke, a joke, and inside their heart, it is more than a joke. But they will use the focus of joke to make and express how they feel. But
Yeah.
let's just hope that we cut this shit out of everything. Racism has no place in our sports, man,
And
in our football.
I think any team that want to buy Arsenal right now, you're looking at 400 million. So he might leave.
Exactly.
But
You're looking at a lot of money.
yeah,
So
But he worth it, man. He's just like Drogba in his prime. Very dangerous, man.
I mean, he's
He's
young. He's
yes,
very
he's
young.
young, powerful. He's very agile, and then he's paced. Oh my God, this boy is a beast, man.
yeah.
I wish we can have him. United could have him, man. I
United don't
will,
have money. United don't have money.
Manchester United is rich, you know.
Yeah, Mark, we've been talking about Tottenham versus Liverpool again. So, what do you make? What do you think the game is gonna be like? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna
Liverpool,
like
Tottenham, yeah. Liverpool are playing
Tottenham?
Tottenham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
inside Tottenham.
I think that's gonna be an open game, in my opinion. I'm thinking of a, a 3-3, 2-2, 4-4. I'll give it. I'll say 3-3. I think that's gonna be an open game. There's gonna be goals
Yeah,
everywhere. That's
yeah,
that's that's what it looks like. It's gonna be for me.
yeah.
I'll go for 3-3.
Do you think Tottenham will continue their style of football still?
Yes, definitely, definitely. I think that they will. I mean, I think Tottenham would be more of a threat if they manage to get Richarlison going again. Because if they can have Richarlison, Son,
Mm.
and the Kulusevski, and then Madison in behind, that's gonna cause lots of troubles.
I,
Yeah.
I, I predict
That's gonna cause lots of
I
troubles.
predicted 3-2, but I said 3 to Tottenham and 2 to Liverpool because I know Liverpool also have a very dangerous forward side and a single chance that two, but is it the GS and then the other one, the one from Uruguay, what is his name?
Nunes.
Uh, no, they are Nunes, Darwin Nunes. They are very fast.
Darwin
With Mo
Nunes, yeah.
Salah, yeah, Mo Salah too is deadly. So any chance that they have, they can put the ball behind the net straight away. So,
That's why I went for 3-3. The second half of that game is gonna be crucial. The substitutes coming in. If Nunes is to come in second half, if Richarlison is to come in second half, they're gonna cause troubles. So this is
yes.
why I
So
say it's an
let's do.
open game.
I hold my 3-2 now. 3 for Tottenham, 2 for Liverpool. Let's see.
I think I'm gonna go with Marky. Marky, I think I'm gonna go with Marky. I think I'm gonna go 2-2. It's gonna be another game that just like the Arsenal Tottenham, it's gonna be open. No one is gonna sit back. So I'm gonna go for like a 2-2 draw. You know, but I will never
Yeah,
surprise if Liverpool.
I'm going for 3-3 though. So that's 2-2, 3-3, and 3-2.
Oh, I thought you said 2-2. Okay, fair play. I'm going
Yeah,
for 2.
3-2.
Yeah, but how to call it? Premier League weekend is gonna be exciting, and then next week we got like Champions League is back next week. And I'm sure AC Milan is playing as well.
Can't wait. I can't wait. We're playing Dortmund. I'm quite confident with that game. I think it's going to be an easy win for us. No games are easy in Champions League, obviously, but from the way that we played, I'm very confident that we're gonna win that game comfortably.
Yeah, because what happened is we normally do our podcast Tuesday and Thursday. So next week we're not gonna do Tuesday podcast because Champions League is back. So by the time we finish Champions League, watching the games and then do the podcast, it's
Exactly,
gonna
it's
be late.
gonna be late. Yeah,
People are
yeah.
waking up to go to work and all this. So next week is gonna be only Thursday. We got only Thursday podcast. So I'm sure everybody will, we're gonna have the panel more people from next week, inshallah.
No problem,
But yeah,
no problem. Hopefully, inshallah.
there's a debate that I saw on Twitter. I was just like, let me just bring that up to the panel and see what you guys make of it. People are saying Odegaard, Madison is better than Odegaard. What do you guys make of it?
No, 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 no. I wouldn't say Madison is better than Odegaard. I would not say that. If right now you were to give me Madison and Odegaard for me to have one as my number 10, I'll take Odegaard whole day right now. But that doesn't diminish anything from Madison. Madison is good in his own right. I think they are a bit different. They play similar games, but they are a bit different.
Different, yeah.
Odegaard can play a proper number 8. I can't see Madison to be running that number 8 properly. Madison needs to be a bit more forward. He needs a bit more freedom. Odegaard can be a proper number 8. He can be a proper number 10. So Odegaard, Madison, if I have to choose one of them, Odegaard for me whole day.
Fox?
Yeah, I mean, I think they just make that silly debate happening based on the last performance of Madison. I was
No, basically, this
no, no,
season.
no, yeah, no, no,
Basically,
no, 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 no. I'm just trying to say, but I mean, the debate you're talking about, I think the person just cracked it based on Madison performance against Arsenal on that particular night. But when you look at these two players, I mean, Odegaard is one of the most intelligent player one could have in a team. His
Yep.
reaction, his decision, and then his accuracy is perfect. Okay, Madison, is wonderful, is excellent, but his decision making is not as quick and fast as Odegaard. To be honest, as a football fan, I'm not trying to be biased here, but to be honest with what I've just to read these two players, talking about their reaction, that's almost Madison's behavior and reaction, slow reaction, almost cost his team a goal. If Jesus took his time to able to finish that goal. So, but look at Odegaard when he got the ball, he checked left, right, and then look at holes. If there is any visibility of passing the ball, he will do. If not, he will look at where the goalkeeper is positioned and then he will fire. Most of the time, he get it right. So you cannot compare them. That debate, I think, it was just based on that particular night where Madison performed excellently. For me, Odegaard all the way out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And another point I wanted to make quickly is Odegaard has got goals in him. I don't see those goals in Madison.
Mm. So yeah, because a lot of people are basing it on like I mentioned, games that they played so far. Yeah. So how to call it? So yeah, sorry, I was just muting. I'm away. Your noise is too much, man. But yeah, how to call it? So for me, Madison needs to do a lot, into his game. Yes, he was playing at Leicester and all this. Leicester, they are not. Last season, I went to the Leicester game. Arsenal versus Leicester. He played. He didn't play. So he was injured that game, so he didn't play. But when I look at Leicester, they're so teams more respect. Like they sit back instead of Tottenham. But what Tottenham they're gonna do is, at Tottenham is across teams that are gonna sit back and allow them the ball. So that's where you're gonna see if Madison can put it through. Because right now, teams are not understanding how Madison play. Right now, they're giving him the freedom. He can do whatever he on. But these tactical coaches, they're gonna sit down one day when they play against Madison, like what club is gonna do this weekend, today or tomorrow. He's gonna sit down and study how Madison moves because I'm sure when a club watched the game against Arsenal, he saw how good Madison was. So what club is gonna do? He's gonna sit down, analyze Madison's movement, and he's gonna put one player on him So if you put one player on him, we'll see how Modest is going to cope with these big games. For me, right now, he's nowhere near better than Odegaard. He's nowhere near better than Odegaard because Odegaard he turn up in big games, and yes, there's certain games he don't turn up. But every player, some players they don't turn up in every big game. Some people have few games they turn up good. Some people have big games they turn up badly. So some people are basing it because of they saying, "Oh, Modest had a good game ahead of Odegaard." People forget that Odegaard played for the first 20, 25 minutes. He played good. Second half, he was not being seen 100%. Second half, he didn't turn up. So the other one that I want to mention as well, Harry Kane or Thierry Henry. Well, Harry Kane has been compared with this stuff of all. I'm hearing from the media and all this. Kolo, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear
you. Yeah. So, what do you make of the comparison, Madison and Odegaard?
Why Madison and who?
Odegaard. Who's better?
Who's better?
Mm.
That's a tough one, A tough call. But Odegaard's got a leap over him in terms of ability.
Mm. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm on the motorway, that's why. Let me call you. Let me join in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, next time try and be set before you join us, man. Yeah, Pox, go ahead. You want to say something?
No. Me, all I want to say is I'm gonna leave you in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, we wrap it up.
Same here. We're gonna wrap in 5 minutes because I need to go as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to quick.
But he was saying on that Thierry Henry and Harry Kane. For me, just as Malik Odegaard is not a no-brainer for me, I would say the same thing for Harry Kane. Sorry, for Thierry Henry, because Thierry Henry has got better abilities than Harry Kane, in my opinion. Thierry Henry can score goals. He can beat players. You can play Thierry Henry left wing. He will play there. I can't imagine seeing Harry Kane play left wing. I mean, Harry Kane does drop in the middle of play as a number 10, but Thierry Henry can drop in that number 10, take the ball and go with it to the other goal and score. I can't see Harry Kane doing that. Harry Kane would put in players from there.
It's because of the media and they're saying Harry Kane is one of the best.
No.
That's the media.
Yeah, exactly. That's the media. Even in the American channel, what's it called again? Paramount Plus. That's where Thierry Henry hosts the game. After the Bayern United game, Jamie Carragher asked who did he ask? Or someone asked Jamie Carragher who would he take, Harry Kane or Thierry Henry? And Jamie Carragher said Thierry Henry. Oh, yeah, that lady. Yeah, so I guess that's where the media picked it up from. When Jamie Carragher said Thierry Henry, of course. Come on, you can't. I can't even compare them.
But I think, Mark, I think it's the English media. Sometimes they put so much importance to their players that they even I wonder if Ronaldo and Messi were born in England, what's going to happen in this world? Or Zidane, we will not breathe, we will die very soon. Something to put across this. Thierry Henry, looking at Thierry Henry started football from the back to the top. He can play any position. And then if you look at the way Thierry Henry plays, Thierry Henry alone can make a decision in a team. His ability can make a team to win. Ask Arsenal fans, they will tell you. Thierry Henry alone can play a full game. His potentials could bring a very positive result to a particular team. Terry is faster than all the defenders in the world. Not even what all the defenders compare. He was faster than them. When he get the ball, if Henry pass you 1 second, you will never get him. But look at Harry Kane. Harry Kane is more of a Raul style finish. Stand, give him the ball, he'll jump and finish, or he'll take a position. Exactly, and finish. But Thierry Henry is a complete set of footballer, 100% complete. Anywhere Henry can go, Henry can dribble. He's very skillful. And look at Harry Kane's skills. It's not that much. English players are just.
Yeah, exactly. He's only got more skills than. Yeah, Harry Kane has only got more skills than Alan Shearer and Filippo Inzaghi. because he can come, drop, and pass players. No,
And
that's
that's it.
the only thing. Those are the
And then
only things he's got ahead of those
his
players.
penalty shootings.
Yeah.
That's it. He's good. He's firing.
Speaking, yeah.
He's firing. It's hot, man. You know.
Yeah, you're right. I think Henry is. I don't understand why they comparing Henry and Harry Kane, to be honest. Because number one,
No,
Harry
that
Kane
was a
hasn't won.
mistake.
He hasn't won the league. Even a league cup. Saka hasn't won FA Cup yet.
He hasn't won anything. Harry Kane hasn't won anything yet.
So a league cup, yeah, Harry Kane. So to compare him with Henry, no, this English media, and then they go laugh, man. That's why I say, you know what?
I mean, they want a superstar badly.
Superstar, you know, superstar.
The only superstar they had was Michael Owen. That's it. He was far better than the rest. And Alan Shearer sometimes.
I think Rooney was good at this time. Rooney was one of
Rooney.
You know.
Yeah, I would say Rooney. Yeah, Rooney was better than Owen in my opinion. Yeah, the only superstar they had was Rooney. Yeah. Rooney was a baller. Yeah, Rooney was a baller.
No.
Yeah.
I hate.
Yeah,
you know, I hate United.
Yeah, Rooney is Arsenal's nemesis.
Rooney,
he's deadly, man.
Rooney, this guy, they changed this guy. What's it called?
Park, Jason Park.
Jason Park, Nani. You know, this stuff us now, Park.
You know, this is the quality. These are some of the quality players we missed in Nani's days. Nani, Rooney, and Jason Park, Valencia. Yeah. These are the players we missed. This is why teams are getting to Patrice Ever. No, you people are. No, this is why this is.
The glory of United is over.
Quality footballers I'm talking to you about.
Yeah, but I have to call it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alka.
No, I'm just wrapping up anyway. But guys, thank you so much for the, thank you so much for coming to the panel. Thank you so much, Fax. Thank you so much, Matthew. Hopefully, we're gonna have more people from next week, inshallah. Guys, subscribe and comment as well, and share the video for us as well.
Subscribe. Hit that button, yeah.
Subscribe and like.
Subscribe.
Share the video.
All right, good.
Thank you for 260 subscribers. We got more to go. We need to hit at least next step 500, and then we'll go from 500 to 1,000.
We need to hit 500.
Yeah, that's target now. 500, and then we'll get to another 500, and we have 1,000 subscribers. But thank you so much.